classic Liquid, where they pick a hero into a 1-to-1 counter because they think that they will out-timing you. Like, they have a small window where they can win the game.
BZM Medusa.
Thank you very much, Moon.
You did it.
Yeah, that beautiful throw. Beautiful. Yeah, this guy's a pro. You know, if he's not going to be a coach, he could take Nomad's job. You know, that sort of throw. Brilliant stuff. Here we go. So, looking at the action
He's
here.
dead, isn't he?
Yeah, they missed the power shot.
Still dead.
But they're still going to get him, surely. Yep, they will. First blood goes the way from Mickey.
Did cost 2 blood grenades. They did have to throw the second one because the power shot missed. But either way, they get the kill.
And I imagine what for Medusa, we are going to just see the Meteor Hammer, the Gleipnir, very similar to sort of the off-lane undulation Medusa.
I would imagine so. I just don't know how good this is going to be overall versus an Ember Spirit in lane. I just seen Ember win every single one of, like, he's doing good in almost every lane, and then he just explodes in all the games. So
you're putting it that it's not going to die, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't die. Unless there's some type of rotation, it should be pretty fine. Whitemon getting some aggression onto him as well. Should be fine. Actually, Saberlight getting turned on from the damage. The right clicks, Impalement Art, we're seeing it do so much work in these laning phases versus these tanky heroes.
Our bottom lane is Sania.
We'll find him. Good stuff coming out from this Nyx. This hero, we've said multiple times, 33 is doing a great job with this chain lightning on. Snipes another last hit away from Mickey. Takes away the hard camp. This lane's looking solid. Mid, BZM's low on mana.
He's got a few one charges. The Shackle comes in. I mean, he's got backup as well. Saxon and Whitemon turn up. They get the stun on towards Nisha. We'll be able to dodge the tame here with the sleight of fist, but
Nisha's
the body block's coming in from Saxa. Ensure that they get the kill. Very nice rotation from Tundra's supports to keep BZM safe.
I was like checking too. I'm like, does anyone have a mango to pass over him? They didn't even need it. BZM just tanking. And now Crystallis does have to be careful. He can get dove on this Nature's Prophet. And immediately, he is in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah, with Nisha rotating over, power shot coming in. Very, very dead on the Nature's Prophet. No saving for him.
Pops the ult before dying. He's like, screw it. Might as well just throw it out there. Means they're not going to set up a play, perhaps with that ulti, at least in the next bit of time. That's what that tells me, right? We were saying how these Ember just start to roam a lot of the times. I mean, Nisha is starting to fall very far behind because of this matchup.
Oh, they got the Shackle. Into the Hoof Stomp. Nisha ready to off up the sleight of fist. The escape pack comes in though. Saxa not going to be safe. Still goes down.
TP's coming in.
Can they get anything in return? Nisha's still got one charges and a Remnant to play with. He's going to turn with another slight, but with the Remnant at the ready, he'll get out there as soon as BZM shows up.
Another D-Ward. A lot, yeah, couriers and wards being taken out in these first 10 minutes across the board here.
Oh.
Boxy will be able to snag it, BZM.
And they're going to get the chains onto him. He's got backup here, BZM. Whitemon turns up, Tame on towards Nisha. Crystallis ready to TP over as well. Escape pack keeps BZM safe for now. Nisha has to jump out.
Still has more than enough mana to work with.
Oh.
And it bounced to him.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Well, they weren't expecting that.
I mean, it's a lot of magic damage for sure, but Liquid does have good hybrid damage as well in their draft. Saxa. Still not quite level 6. Very likely to go down here.
And 33's heading over. They do anything in return. Nice. Got 2 for 30 seconds. Tries to run down Boxy.
Should have him. Yeah, last hit. Nisha won't be able to play out of it either. Won't be able to go for him either, sorry.
I mean, they want to try and get Crystallis.
He showed mid. He's in trouble.
There's the jump. Ice Blast to follow up.
Give it to Nisha. He does get the last hit. That's his Mage Slayer done. Can Tundra strike back? Doesn't look to be the case. So Liquid's move will be clean. They see the
they know he's around.
This is a dangerous position for the Nature's Prophet. He's got backup.
And they're going to drop the wheel.
They're going to go.
Saberlight's going to try with the jump with the Hoof Stomp.
Wheel misses.
Crystallis, but the backup comes in.
Oh, they jump into it.
He's coming in with a Remnant and the Stampede, but the escape pack's there from Whitemon. Crystallis is trying to stand his ground here against Nisha. Nisha, is he going to be able to finish him off? He is. Jumps out as well in time before 33 is able to find the Doom down upon him.
And they get
Atos is there though. It's allowing 33 to step up.
Juke
the Jukes though. 33 not able to stay on top of Nisha.
Oh, and these kills are massive. Liquid making the perfect maneuvering around the tree line. They get both kills. All in the meanwhile, Mickey is free farming on the Morphling. 33.
Oh.
Might have to be careful how he steps up here.
Boxy's going to start this.
Shackle connects.
Shot onto the 2 of them. Cold Feet as well on the 33. Whitemon's got the escape pack trying to get him out, but the Cold Feet will proc. 33. Is there any chance of living? He'll try and turn, thinks about dropping a Doom, but it's not going to work. He's gone. Whitemon as well. Liquid.
They're doing the ignore Medusa thing. Go for everyone else. Sure, you've got this Medusa mid, you're hammering our towers, but kill all the rest of the heroes. They get 4 with that movement. And it was Tundra who was kind of setting up onto it too. Will they be able to get Saberlight? They will. But Liquid completely fixing the entire early game. I mean, BZM is hitting the mid tower, and Liquid's not reacting.
On top lane, Saberlight. He's in with a hoof stomp. Ice blast on the Saxa. They've killed the Nyx.
Top.
33. He'll drop the Doom for this. Stampede is there. That should be enough to save him. Or is he going down?
He's dead.
He's dead.
Neutral creep? Oh my god, that was
close.
so close.
Whew. It was a good effort.
That Boxy with the heads up play, he was probably telling Insania, yo, come over here, but wasn't able to get that deny away. Gold lead shrinking. Liquid's moves, they're working. Mid tower did take about, did take like 900 damage, but they didn't react to it.
Abizia. He's going to try for the setup here on the mid with the help of Whitemon, but
he's very tanky.
Having enough damage to do it between the two of them. They need a little bit more. Saxon's trying to step up. He'll get him with the break, the Vendetta hit and the stun. That will do it. They'll get Saberlight, but it's given Nisha the time and chance to take Whitemon down in return.
Saxa could be in trouble here. TP's coming in.
And Mickey is bringing the damage in onto BZM. Stone Gaze already used. BZM doesn't have as much to protect himself. Mickey chasing on forwards underneath the tier 1 hit.
He's in trouble.
They're going to have him. They've caught him and killed him off. Mickey finding these big kills, putting an end to BZM.
Liquid's got control of this game now. Nisha's such a harder target to go for now, just with the S and Y, the status resist.
They do want to try and find something here with a Blink Doom.
Yeah, there's an amp damage. Do they have the connection? He dodges.
33. He's going to get the jump. He'll get the Doom down.
Good jump there. Slowed down Nisha. Should be able to get Insania as well. Right outside the Roche pit, too. Looks like they're going to commit for it. They're smoking. The power shot.
See if he can time it. Saberlight. Power shot comes in. There's the jump. Hoofstop comes in. They're going to get the kill. He can.
He got the last hit.
He gets the last hit, but Crystallis will be able to pick up the Aegis. They kill off Crystallis immediately, though, after he picks it up.
He might just die again, too.
They're going to set up for round 2. Saberlight staying in on top of him. Boxy with the shackle. Locks down BZM. Hoofstop back on a Crystallis. Mickey ready to swing across, bring in the damage to take Crystallis down a second time.
Uh-oh. Took him a little longer than I thought it would to bring down that rush. Liquid can actually make it there in time to contest and take out the Aegis instantly. One of these games where he gets this last pick Morphling versus some limited control, and he is starting to really run away with it. 2,500 above the next core.
Yeah, it's been perfect play, and once he has the Lincolns, he is so hard to catch.
Crystallis, he just TP'd up here.
On the shackle. They're going to find him again.
Instantly dead. He literally TP'd 3 seconds ago. Instantly dies. Liquid reading the map. Tier 2. Now to be pressured. Radiance is done for BZM. He's doing standard build. Blade Mill's queued up afterwards. But things have slowed down so much for him. Saxa.
And Nisha and Boxy just able to sort of swing across the map and get these kills. Doom will get dropped down, but the Stampede is there. It's going to get him back to safety, Nisha. Shackle shot into cold feet, connected onto 33, surrounded by Liquid. Escape out will come out from Whitemon. Trying to get him away, he has to put the BKB and run in 33, but Mickey is ready to chase, kills him off through it. Jump forward again for Saberlight, in with the Hoofstop once more onto Whitemon. Liquid.
They're running through them now.
They're taking over the game right now.
BZM also might just go down if they can keep him controlled.
He's got the ASOS onto Mickey, but the Mantas at the ready.
Mickey wants to keep chasing.
I mean, they're diving in.
Nice blast. Saberlight doesn't have mana for Blink Stun. He's actually 3 mana short. Hey, look what Sox is queuing up now, too. So probably starting to feel like they need to get to some later type of items. He's queued up Midas now on the Nyx. It's usually concerning. Boxy.
He's able to dodge the wheel. The Saberlight gets the jump again on a Whitemon. Mickey's ready to bring in the damage after the escape pack comes to an end. Whitemon dead once more.
No unicycle for you, my friend. Liquid just on the hunt. BZM also has now been found.
Get the Stone Gaze off.
They're
The
speedy.
Stampede and the Remnants here to try and stay on top of him.
I think they just keep chasing him, even into the high ground.
I mean, now, but the Stone Gaze gone. He's got nothing else to protect himself with BZM.
I think there's been Tundra has yet to bring a fight back in, what, 10 minutes? They killed Insania, and I think they killed Nisha maybe once before that with one of the plays, but it's been 10 minutes of Liquid just dominating. Maybe expecting that the rest of Tundra was positioned on that high ground there.
Oh, Roshan's up.
Crystal Ball, it'll see it.
Sablelight's
in.
He gets those souls.
Oh! Was that because of the Crystal Ball, maybe? Because I got
What
lag
happened?
the moment that Whitemon threw this Crystal Ball on the Roche. I got packet loss.
Saxa.
Get the box.
Setback comes in. BZM indeed does blink forward. So he's going to blink into the middle of it. Saxa's able to get the stun out of the two of them. And they're pushing forward here with Nisha. Saxa up to the high ground.
Nisha's
going
in.
to chase. He'll get the kill. Stampede comes out as well, making sure that Nisha can get back out of there after diving in.
It's
BZM.
Crystallis.
I mean, BZM's going to put the Stone Gaze, but they're holding him in position. He's lost a lot of his mana here on BZM. Okay? Jumping into the
Because
backlines, he's just able to burst straight through Whitemon. The buyback's now coming in for Liquid. They want to continue to push and just take the entirety of this team fighters.
Oh,
Crystallis
they're
plus
crushing
the
it.
BKB tries to fight back.
Do him on
Nisha will
Lincolns.
clean him up. Shackle Shot connects in onto 33. They're going to be able to take down all 5 of them, folks.
The fight just looks a lot easier to approach on the side of Liquid. The Ice Blast also comes in perfectly over all of them. Doesn't matter so much on BZM since he's a Dusa, of course, but it hits Crystallis, and Boxy gets the flank. He actually messes with them a lot, even though he does end up dying. It's the response. They'll break one of the Lincolns.
Well, what can they do here, Tundra? Slight change coming in from Nisha. And the barracks are just going down.
BZM.
And they're going to jump for it. It's a nice 3-man stun there from Saxa, but is there any follow-up? They'll throw down the wheel. It will catch Nisha, but that's all it will catch. And
No
he's
damage.
completely untouched. As the push continues, Mickey ready with
Crystallis.
Shackle Shot. I mean, he's just
on.
dead. The BKB's not going to save him with the Ice Blast
What a
connecting.
shackle.
He's out without buyback.
That was an insane shackle. Boxy diving into the fountain even.
And Mickey's just going to continue cleaning them up.
Yeah, this game's on.
I mean, they're coming in with the buybacks, but can they kill this morph even once?
They call it.
They can't. They're going to tap out. This game's over. Get him the rampage, I say. Over he goes. Looks to 33. Orb.
Up!
Orb.
No!
Oh, disappointment.
I mean, either way, the last pick Morphling out of control, and Liquid with a more standard approach with their kind of draft. Tundra, of course, doing their style, but this time it absolutely just got punished. Liquid just waited. Sure.
Extremely good in certain circumstances, but from the mid lane, when you need someone to be active, to get the plays and the ball rolling, very important. I feel like they can scale nicely on the side of Tundra, but getting these fights going is really difficult for them. They're extremely greedy.
Yeah.
Kind of 5 independent heroes that play their own game, and we'll see if that ends up working for them. The lanes look pretty good for them. That's the one thing I will say. They do have this strong Tinker that ends up doing very well in most matchups.
They're already going to get first blood.
Will go down.
I mean, again, this comes from Whitemon kind of knowing his position. He's been carrying this team. I think Whitemon's had one of the biggest impacts for this team throughout the entire event.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely looks like it can get difficult if they start to fall behind trying to find some of these elusive heroes, but Crystallis yesterday also did have a pretty insane performance on his Terrorblade. Pretty much flawless, too, from him, so
The
hero to
reflection.
put him on. Boxy?
He's going to take a bit of damage. Might even drop if they could get the laser, and they will. So Whitemon with yet another, and this top lane, lockdown, who needs it?
You will be able to clear the illusions really quickly, of course, on the Underlord, so it does feel good to play. But TP's one of those heroes that does such insane damage that can bring down these tanky heroes, too.
Good for Whitemon again. He's got kill shots, so if he can get him low enough, maybe he can land a kill shot here, and he will.
Nice play. Nisha even coming over, getting the assist.
Getting him a little bit more juice in this mid lane. And we see Insania going after the Slark. I mean, one of the things to look forward to is Mickey picking up that shard, getting that silence, having that extra bit of lockdown or disable. Like, it just makes things so difficult. And Crystallis now running away from Boxy and Saberlight. Boxy's got that amplified damage, the Firestorm. Again, setting up for a potential power shot kill.
Raindrop.
Ooh, Raindrop survival. But now the ball lightning over, and Saberlight might be the one in trouble, while on the other side of the lane, they've got Sox, Insania, and 33 dead down bottom. They get the kill on a Saberlight, and ends up being a 2-for-2.
If he
just in
doesn't,
2 different lanes.
If he doesn't have that Raindrop, he dies to the Execute, very likely coming out from Boxy, so.
And just 7.5 minutes. So he's really going to need these stacks to recover.
I think he does have a couple as well, too. He does have 2 double stacks. They want to play more about the pressure game, though. Level 5 still on Crystallis, no Sunder.
Shackle as well as the Pit of Malice down. Crystallis comes back to lane, and just like that, he's dead. And Liquid take advantage. They move over Insania to the top lane. That was a really good move.
Yeah, definitely have to always factor in the ET versus the TB matchup. It's going to be able to come into play always. It's a playable matchup, but it does make things very difficult with all the amp up of damage as Whitemon.
Defense Matrix, but Dream Coil committed from Nisha and drops down to get the kill on a Whitemon. Boxy to kill himself to neutrals. Yeah.
We had one game, he bought an 8-minute Blink Dagger with me and Owen. Another one, he bought Dragon Lance, Deso, normal kind of standard things. And then another one where he went more of like a hybrid shard kind of style. So yeah, he's been varying and adapting depending on the game, how he feels he's farming. So I think this was just the farm.
Pit of Malice in anticipation into the sleep. They've got the Waning Rift, and the Pit of Malice is there still, so he's caught, and he's killed.
Like they said, the last pick Storm, there's a lot of disable for him.
Yeah.
The Underlord, the Atrophy Aura that can build up later on, the Magic Burst from the Puck, and the ET that we have to talk about. Nisha, he's pushing the limits. You see how deep he's playing because he's playing versus such limited catch. He's playing in the enemy jungle.
There's only one lockdown in it. It's not enough.
Mickey.
He's getting chased. Vacuum back. They'll get the kill to shut down this Hemplar Assassin at least for the next 30 seconds. But a Dream Coil on a 2. Earth Splitter flying through unneeded as that power shot from Boxy gets the kill on Asaxa. I will say, surprisingly, with how much it feels like Liquid's kind of controlling the map and making these moves, it's only a 1,000 net worth lead for the moment, but we've seen plenty of games like this where one fight, all of a sudden, 6,000 net worth lead. That being said, BZM caught, and he's going to die. BZM, the guy who needs to make the moves, is doing it.
Yep, up to that 3 Galvanize.
The heck was cool.
Oh, it's either way. It's like it's unorthodox though, and it does make you play differently compared to what your idea is, right? Darkseer, the idea of the hero is you ball up and you're like the king of this team fight with all your auras. So maybe not wanting to change the concept of the hero.
Trying to find somebody with sleep, but they'll go for the Elder Titan. They've got the Dream Coil down into BZM. A lot of heroes here. They're even going to Fiend's Gate. They get the kill into Insania first. The Pit of Malice is down on a BZM. They've got the Shackle and the power shot kill on a BZM.
Here's
Whitemon's caught right by Mickey. This should be another kill for the side of Liquid, and will be, but they did lose Boxy. Crystallis was here to get that, and then Saxa, now without the Shadow Dance, has to run with 33.
Nisha, trying to tone the Mickey get caught. He's under the sentry. He's dead.
Getting this kill and taking him out. Crystallis active.
He just walked him down.
Go.
It's a huge play from the TB.
Nisha finds 33, or did 33 find Nisha?
Crystallis still here.
Trying to surge. He still has this Metamorphosis to work with. He's got some pretty high damage, but now with Pit of Malice, he needs to be careful. The Waning Rift, the Silence, the Earth Splitter comes through. Crystallis is going to die, and now they're back in. BZM with the Ball of Lightning. This is a fight that's gone on for over a minute, and they're still trying to make it work. They're still trying to find more out of it on the side of Liquid. But Saxa with the pounce gets to the low ground. Ball Lightning up onto the high ground from BZM. Insania looking for a sweep, but the vacuum interrupts that, so they get another kill onto the Elder Titan. Pit of Malice on to 4, but what else do you have? They've thrown a blood grenade from Boxy, but it's just not enough damage. There's the Vortex to pull in Saberlight eventually.
This fight is insane.
He might end up dying, but the pounce doesn't leech him. He is slowed up.
They got Nisha.
And 33 gets Nisha. Saberlight is dead, and Tundra, I mean, it's a long, drawn-out fight, but they seem like the winners.
It's a 2-minute fight. Look at the damage done. It's only 17 minutes in, and we just had a 13,000 damage fight. 2 coils used.
All of a sudden, it jumps up to a 4,000 net worth lead. They take the Tormentor. They're the ones controlling the objectives. This is a great spot for Tundra, showing that maybe stuns don't matter.
Yeah, just grouping up is what matters. Is BZM.
Good Shackle. But they're still going Pit of Malice. Now Nisha in on a BZM. Illusory Orb going the other way. They've gotten the vacuum into the wall onto 3, and BZM, he's hunting for blood. Mickey's disarmed thanks to the Heaven's Halberd of 33, but gets that Meld Strike. Oh, the Earth Splitter in the last strike.
3.
But Mickey gets the kill. 33 was so far away, but he had started it early and takes him out.
You rarely see a splitter connect like that. He hits all 3 of them. That was actually pretty cool. Whitemon also getting chased out now.
Yeah, he's caught here. Shackle on his corpse.
Liquid strikes back quickly.
He has Dip Shroud and, oh, thought he was going to have an extra Lotus, but didn't want to stick around for the extra split second. Now popping that trap, and that's with that shard that was recently picked up by Mickey.
His team's coming.
And they are coming to try and at least have a retort to this. 33 Zeri drops the wall down. They'll get the kill into Saxa, but it's going to be worth it. Now with Crystallis here in the Metamorphosis, the ball landing over the hook for Mickey, who is quite low and quite dead.
How many times have I seen Saksa do this? He baits a fight for 45+ seconds.
And everybody is able to show up, and they are right in front of Boxy. He's going to try and run. He'll have a shackle, but he just does not have the time. He doesn't have another wind run to work with, and he's dead too.
It's like...
All for Shrine, which they still haven't taken.
Oh my god. How many... I've seen it just way too many times from Saksa. Team chases him, he gets the Yules off, gets the save off, gets another one, and then the team connects in time. And they're able to get 2 big pickup kills. No one's gonna claim the Shrine.
Nisha?
They might get Nisha.
He's got a shield rune to work with now.
Who's getting who?
The sleep, they'll stick, but now the Yules, that's gonna set up a pounce. But the phase shift,
the barriers
Splitter flies through, vacuum on Tanisha as well as Saberlight. Nisha low, Illusory Orb trying to get away, phase shifting once more, and a Waning Rift for some distance away from 33, but Saberlight, he had to come in to try and help, and he ends up dead for it. They want more. Radametos, Mickey, the damage with the Desolator, the Shackle connects from Boxy. Good combination to take on the Storm Spirit.
Saksa trying to get on top of Mickey, and he will.
Ooh, they've got him, but now he's back to full health. Is that going to be enough, though? He is not going to survive. I mean, everybody's here. Dream Coil comes in, but where's the follow-up?
They're too healthy. Whitemon is healing them.
Nisha has no health to work with. So Nisha should be fine. Radametos, though, and he's got the defense matrix and the repair bots if needed.
Hey, Saksa's being very annoying. Even though he's 0 and 4,
God.
10 assists on him.
Which doesn't even feel like an appropriate number. It should be more than that, especially with the time that he just made in that top lane fight. Fiend's Gate dropped down, 33, BZM are in deep. They go to the Waning Rift. They've got the silence onto a couple. The Pit of Malice is down, but Saberlight
Splitter
trying to stand it. Splitter hits hard and kills 33 of BZM. That's a good turnaround, but does Mickey have the damage? Chrysalis, he's starting to retreat.
Tundra's in trouble.
Thrown over. Pit of Malice locks Whitemon close to the side of Liquid. They'll get a third.
Oh,
Can they
Tundra.
get more? They've got another trap. That'll slow him down and give him the silence. The Waning Rift, he might try to run. The silence is there again with the trap, so they kill Chrysalis. They are
gone
in too far.
Way too deep forward, diving for this kill. They get caught. Saberlight now has 300 damage.
Oh, boy.
Straight line back up.
Yeah.
33.
He's in trouble. The Shackle can't connect to, and they've got that extra silence. The shard pickup early is very necessary from this Templar Assassin and has already done a lot.
And Nisha, we did mention in the early on, just constantly, the lack of stuns. He's 9-1 and 12 on this puck.
BZM in a lot of trouble. They had that Dream Coil and the power shot, extra damage. That kill shot means that BZM's dead again. He gets caught a little bit, and with the Dream Coil and the Waning Rift, there's just not enough time to react. It looked as though Tundra were going to try and answer from behind and pinch, but they never did.
They popped the meta, too. They tried to catch Saberlight, but he pops Crimson Guard and takes literally 0 damage. Saksa.
How long can this last?
And Nisha wants him, but Nisha might get caught. There's the Hex. They get him. Comes into play immediately. Saksa just baiting him.
Saksa's gotcha. A lot of time before this Roche comes back up. That analog timer saying about 2 minutes.
It's a long one, yeah. The catch, there's that Fiend's Gate. Chrysalis.
Waning Rift, trying to pull him back in, but now Saberlight's in his face, and they've got this trap down to silence him immediately. And that means he is in trouble because he can't get a Sunder off. And they'll get the kill into this Terrorblade, who's dead for 83, doesn't have buyback, but now they'll move in for the Shackle, and they get BZM too.
Liquid. Wow. Sees the opportunity. Tundra, that whole play they tried to do mid with the vacuum combo, popping the meta, it counteracts on them completely. Liquid. They still have this ward that they're playing around.
Yeah, they're leaving Mickey to do Roche by himself, knowing that they could probably get this kill, but the power shot avoided with the Yules used. But Saksa caught in the Pit of Malice once again. The ball landing, going to the backline for a second, looking over at Insania, but they use the Vortex. It's going to be out of Boxy. Waning Rift hits on a 33, as well as BZM, who's shackled up.
0 damage.
Controlled for a second, but Boxy's able to run far away, so they'll get the kill on Boxy. They'll end up losing Saksa. They'll pop the Guardian Greaves for a little bit of a sustain. Earth Splitter doesn't do much. And with those kills and those buybacks, both teams kind of back away from each other, and they don't actually have Mickey commit for Roche while this is all going on. And they were barely able to kill Boxy.
Yeah. Meta is on cooldown right now, too, for Crystal, so a hard fight for them.
Which they can't really take, but if they lose these heroes, then they're staggering deaths again, back in the position they were just in. Saksa, he's going to die, and he doesn't have buyback, so the staggering begins, and it's 95 seconds that I think maybe they might have to wait to even fight on. It just You need that meta.
Yeah, it's probably just they're trying because they don't want to just give it up fully there and trying to just poke and force Liquid to maybe feel awkward. But Liquid, they do the right choice. Instead of just finishing Roche, they commit for the kills.
Right.
So Liquid just identify that immediately.
Oh, they found Chrysalis again.
He's in trouble.
Got Sunder. Maybe find somebody who's going to be on a boxy once again. They've got the Vortex that locks down Mickey. He's inside the wall. The Earth Splitter comes through. They've got the Pit of Malice around Chrysalis, who still hasn't popped that Metamorphosis. He's holding on to it, and now the damage onto Insania with the help of Mickey to turn it on a 33.
Power
shot came in from Boxy to get that snipe. Shackle connects. Whitemon on the low ground, but they should be able to follow it up with a Pit of Malice. Force Staff on a Saberlight, get him into the low ground, and Whitemon slept and put into a body bag.
Nisha.
Boxy's got a double kill, and now Nisha still playing with the side of Tundra, still alive, and BZM is dead.
By himself as well versus 3 heroes. Nisha in the midst.
No buyback on any of these guys dying on Tundra.
Mickey's looking to end it.
Yeah, he's in the base while they're chasing, and he wants these tier 4s. I mean, the whole time, they never used Metamorphosis for that fight.
They didn't. Crystallis he didn't feel like he had an opportunity to hit any targets, and I honestly don't blame him. Doesn't look like he could. Liquid, looks like they've done it.
Yeah, they might have just bookmarked it, and they have. They're going to the grand final. Liquid take the 2-0 over Tundra in a back-and-forth game, but they showed that, I mean, they deserve this last slot in that grand final.
Yeah, we definitely got to see a lot of the ease of execution in team fights in particular. Just having...
Is that they let you get what you want, and they just somehow play against it. You know, they play their own style, and they just make the right moves in fights.
They just min-max. The min-maxing is absolutely insane. They don't die. They just, in these fights, they always make sure that they have favorable trades down the road once they hit their items.